Hi Virgo, welcome to your March 2019 Tarot and Astrology reading. Welcome back if you are a regular here, and if you're new, welcome as well. So Virgo, the main shift in March, as everyone is going to be talking about, will be Uranus moving into fellow Earth energy sign Taurus. For you guys, depending on what time you're born at with Virgo, whether you're first, second or third decan, the energies of this may or may not remain apparent until a later point. So this is going to be a 7-year cycle, as Uranus clearly is. I don't know if you can think 7 years back and think there was a big change since the last time Uranus changed sign. Before that, it was actually in Pisces energy. And for you guys, that was partnership. Now, a lot of the reason I'm saying that is because a lot of March is going to be based on partnership energy. And after that, it was in the 8th house. So there could have been, real dramatic shakeups, Virgo, in terms of inheritance, in terms of how you consider sexual freedom, in terms of your freedom to express yourself, the deeper aspects of who you are. There could have been real rebellious moments in terms of very private thought. So perhaps Uranus being in Aries has taught you to be more expressive in certain ways. And for a lot of you, the way you dealt with other people's money, whether you worked in it, whether you had explicit dealings with it over the cycle, you will have learned your responsibility to other people. As a sign, you are very serving of others. But with Uranus being there, oftentimes that can feel like something you want to break free from. So the reason I'm saying that is because now it's moving into Taurus, which for you over the next year, although the energies may not shift completely, because if you're a later Virgo, for example, you won't feel this energy until a few years later, and you'll still be sort of in that inheritance, secrecy, sex mode, that sort of theme with Uranus. When it shifts into Taurus, it may feel a bit more comfortable, is one thing I want to say. The thing that I'd written down for you guys is freedom to travel, freedom to expand, freedom of thought. A lot of people would say freedom of thought is a given. A lot of people would say that it is something you're born with, that will always be free. But if you think about it, Virgo, your sign is the least likely to feel that completely. You're ruled by Mercury, which means the thought process is the most important part of your psyche. But sometimes you can feel very, very conflicted about certain thoughts, certain ideas, certain belief systems. In fact, Virgo would be one of the least likely signs to believe in astrology. Because they don't necessarily believe in their own characteristics. If you say to a Virgo, you're a perfectionist, they'll say, no, I'm not, because I don't do this, that, or whatever. Obviously, it's not a completely generic statement. It can be specific to certain things. With Uranus moving into the sign, you're going to be having a much more expansive way of thinking. And it's going to be glorious, in my opinion. Okay, Virgo, so I just wanted to get that out of the way because it's a very, very, very big energy. Furthermore, the Sun, the New Moon, and Neptune all going to be together in Pisces. For you, this is all to do with your one-on-one relationships. You may be seeking more one-on-one relationships. On the 28th of the month, Venus will move into this sign as well. So you're going to be considering one-on-ones and how important they are. You might manifest somebody new. Okay, the new moon in your partnership sector is one of the best times for meeting or manifesting somebody new. Just thinking about what it is you want in a partner, because a lot of the time people don't actually do that. They meet somebody and think, I'll project onto them what I need them to be because they're attractive. They seem to have this quality, but they're lacking in this, but that'll change. You know what I mean? No. The best time to manifest a partner is this new moon, and be specific. Make a list. You guys love making lists. Make a list of what you want. And for goodness sake, don't sell yourself short, Virgo, because there's no point. When you have a new moon, make the most of it, okay? Mercury's going to be retrograding, though, on the 5th, which is the day of the new moon. So you might want to be very specific, because this moon can Mercury can mess up things from time to time if you're not really, really specific. And even if you are, sometimes it can feel a bit backwards. Basically, with it being in your partnership sign, you may have to revisit the past before you move forward. People may reappear, and before you get angry and your blood pressure goes up, please don't assume it's that one person you really hate. Because so many people jump to that conclusion. It's one of the reasons I disabled the comments. So, with that energy, it could be childhood friends, but for most of you, it's going to be a partnership of some kind, be it business, be it romance. It'll have been a one-on-one specific bond rather than a group setting. Do you know what I'm saying? So, there will be a lot of activity as well going on at the end of the month. Venus, by the way, moves into Aquarius on the 1st, which will affect your work life, your day-to-day. You may find more romance in your day-to-day work is one thing I'm seeing. You may meet somebody within the workplace as well, and you're going to be coming across particularly charming in your work environment. So if you've been struggling with that, your energy is going to shift and you're going to get it. Okay, so I've rambled on quite a lot with the astrology. We'll do more ramblings in the mid-monthly, and let's see what we've got going on for you in the tarot sense. I'm using the Oceanic Tarot by Jane Wallace because it is Pisces season, and I can't think of a better deck for Pisces season. So Page of Swords, Nine of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of the Ocean, which is the Empress, and the Seven of Wands, Endurance. Key themes. On your side, we have kindness. Working against you is abundance or perceived. Current situation, gossip. Hopes and fears, anxiety, and the outcome, endurance. Underneath, we actually have luck. Okay? So, although that may seem a little contradictory, what I'm seeing here, Virgo, is that perhaps with the Empress and the Challenge, you're not feeling a lot of love. You're not feeling a lot of support as we go into March. But other people want to help. Other people want to help, though you may not see it because you may be hearing the wrong thing about those people. So somebody in your life is being challenging, or you feel paranoid about their intentions towards you, especially if this is work. This person's irritating you. You're being too judgmental. You need to reflect on this person, because somebody in particular in your life, especially if it's a fellow earth sign, is actually looking out for you and wanting to help. But you may have heard things about this person, and it would be unfair to listen to them. Okay? Now with Uranus moving into your thought sector, you need to have more freedom of thought. Because someone says it is so does not mean it is so. Someone else's opinion does not have to affect your opinion. Page of Swords, Two of Wands. You have to make a decision on the gossip. Yes, there's information being fed to you which is not entirely correct. There is a person feeding the information that is doing it for attention to the point they don't care about other people's life. You will know somebody like that. There will be someone in your environment who is saying things that are not necessarily true and that are built out of an attention-seeking motive. So do not listen to them. Yes, Nine of Swords and drama. The drama around you, the criticism around you, the gossip, there's an unfair person who is using their tongue for slander. You will discover this in Mercury retrograde. It is best to stay out. If somebody is talking negative, it is best to stay away from them, because this could affect you directly. Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Yes, you in terms of character may be judging people incorrectly. You need to be more in the process of due diligence when you are spreading information or when you are picking up information. Do not take things at face value when Mercury is in retrograde. The Hermit is in the challenge. Yes. You need more quiet contemplation. The Hermit is your energy. You're getting a shake-up in your thoughts. You're getting a shake-up of how you perceive the world. You're getting a shake-up of the very things that you believe. They may be completely different in 7 years. 7 of Wands, 7 years. Endurance. The Wheel of Fortune. Destiny. Perfect. This is what I actually like to see for you guys a lot, because I know a lot of Virgos. High Priestess is underneath. Intuition. You're picking up vibes from people that are spreading information or giving you ideas, and you know that it's not quite right. You know that there's something more. You know that there's something a bit twisted. Look at the twist in the Wheel of Fortune. All these fish, Pisces season, all these fish in this vortex energy swirling around, not sure what's happening. That is the Pisces life. It is hard for Pisceans to have that complete direction. That's why they're your opposite sign. So when Pisces season rolls around, it can feel very much like you're not sure what's going on. And you're not. And it's enhanced because Uranus is moving into Taurus. But if you could figure out why, if you had a looking glass, if you could figure out why Uranus going into Taurus is so poignant and so perfect for you, after all this 8th house secrecy and mysteries unsolved, and your life at times since 2011 could have felt like you needed Inspector Poirot or Sherlock Holmes. There could have been mysteries. Destiny has a big idea for you. And I'm not saying plan, because things are not going to go entirely to plan. But you have to stick it out because there's something important here. If you could meditate and get in touch with your own energy for just 10 minutes, Virgo, you would realize that a lot of the mental traffic going through your head is not yours at all. It is somebody else's. Possibly a Taurus. Possibly even another Virgo. And quite likely an air sign, I think. If I was to put my finger on a particular sign, I would think air energy. Now, you're weighing up your options in many ways, but the important thing is not to act just yet. Because your skills that are so finely tuned of perception, you pick up details, you pick up facts, but you don't always pick up the motives. With Mercury retrograding, you may not pick up the motives at all. But you will if you sit quietly for 10 minutes and let it all dissipate. But that being said, the Wheel of Fortune means a change of luck for the better. Remember we had that 10 of Pentacles come out underneath at the start? Change of luck for the better. Let's see. Final round. Page of Pentacles, you're getting an opportunity. With the Page of Swords, somebody is offering you things to distract you. Why is that? They're offering you gifts to distract you. Compliments. Somebody in work is giving you a lot of compliments because they want to get on your good side, because they know that you're moving up. They know that things are about to shift your way. But are they the loyal type of person that will be around when things aren't going right? Were they around when things weren't going right? I have a suspicion maybe not. Okay, so if that is romantic, if that is business, I feel it more, it's like business, but we'll get more romantic cards as we go around. The Fool, Death card in the positive, perfect. The Hierophant and the Challenge. We have 3 major arcana in the Challenge and the Page of Cups. Yes, there's the romance, Virgo. And underneath we have the King of Wands. Wowza. Okay, so fire energy, water energy. If you are waiting for things to work out with a Pisces, I think, Virgo, they still care very much. If you're dealing with a Taurus, I think there is some foul play. I think they're telling you something you want to hear, and it's to distract you from the quality of the thing. It's almost like they are trying to persuade you that something is better than it is. And that's not to say they're a bad person per se. That's just to say that they want things on their terms. They want their own rules. You're going through a major transition with Uranus going into Taurus. Okay, it's very, very, very good. I know that it can seem strange because people have this perception that Uranus is they kind of have this perception that Uranus is just a troublemaker. But that's so archaic. You know, when people were protesting in the 70s, it didn't kick off in the 70s, but when there was a great time of freedom of thought, and we think about the age of Aquarius, freedom to protest, freedom to think differently, freedom to think outside the box. People were like, oh, that's awful. Why would you do that? That's so, oh, no, that's not right. That's not ladylike. That's not gentlemanly. Don't protest. Don't go against what you know. That is still some people's perceptions. And for the next 7 years, Virgo, it's your time. Your time to change that. Your time to have your say. You know, think differently, travel more, see the world, be interested in global affairs, global issues. Reconsider your religious perspective if it is dogmatic and domineering. Hierophant and the Challenge with your card. Okay. Death in the positive position is telling me that you're going through a great transformation, which is gorgeous. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, this person is part of your destiny. If you're wondering where they are right now, they're probably on a loophole back to you. Now, I'm going to clarify this Page of Cups and see what they want, because I don't leave this on a court card. Oh, Eight of Swords. Yeah, restriction. Breaking free from the restriction. Especially if it's romantic. For some of you, you think you have to go for a specific type of person. You think it has to impress your family, particularly your mother. You think it has to impress your friends. You think it has to be all this stuff that is not personal to you. You're being placed in a romantic vortex where you're getting sucked in and it's frightening you. With Pisces season, if you fight against the current, you will go deeper and deeper and deeper. Let go. Let it happen. Let what's happening happen. Provided it's healthy. I don't see the devil energy anywhere, so I think it's healthy. For some of you, if it's a restrictive romantic relationship, you will break free. But if you're just fighting against the current because you're scared of falling, you will go deeper and deeper and deeper. And you need to pause and reflect. There is somebody returning to you for a lot of you. That is just Mercury retrograde in your partnership sector. Have to say that. I get very weary of tarot being clickbaity to say someone's returning when nobody does. Do you know what I mean? This is astrological. Something that was dead is coming back to you. Back from the dead. Death card. And for many other perspectives, Virgo, you're coming back to life in a very beautiful way. What was that? True love. Wheel of Fortune and Page of Cups. It's meant to be. Okay. True love. That also came up for Cancer. Let's have a look, Virgo. Oh, commitment. True love and commitment. So that restrictive energy is commitment. It's not meant to be bad. Meant to be. Something that's come back from the dead is meant to be. And, you know, if you believe in past lives, Virgo, if you believe that there is karmic destiny to things, back from the dead can mean someone you knew in another life being returned to you. If it's an earth sign, it's beautiful. If it's a water sign, it's beautiful. If it's a Taurus, it could work out even if they are giving you strange motives. But something is coming out of this that is meant to be. That's not something you can say lightly either, but with the amount of Pisces energy, the idea of romance is very, very, very strong. With the retrograde Mercury, I do feel like there's a romantic prospect rearing their head again. Doesn't mean that it has to be them that you end up with that's true love, but there is love here. Okay, Virgo. So if you want to join me in the extended to go into each element individually, please do. And if not, I will see you in the mid-March monthly readings to talk about Sun in Aries, Moon in Libra, etc., etc. Because for you guys, it's going to be big financially. So I will see you then. Bye.